rights come from?
I believe that the Constitution makes it very clear that we're endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. And I firmly believe that the Almighty God brought our nation into existence, and our rights come from God.
Good answer.
Yes, sir.
To what degree do you support the Second Amendment?
With all of my heart. I can't support any piece of legislation that infringes on our rights.
Do you believe we have a problem with man-made global warming?
No.
And to what degree, if it should be addressed?
No, I don't. I think global warming is a man-made hoax designed to force the Europeanization of, and that's a made-up word, on the United States. And I tell you what, if we had a global warming problem, I'd sure like for somebody to explain to me what that 2 feet of global warming was in my backyard.
On fair tax, HR 25 or Senate 296?
I think, I'm more in favor of the fair tax than I am the flat tax, but either one would be better than the current system that we have. I have publicly come out in support of the fair tax, and I believe we're starting to get a lot of support. I think Mark Souder's on board now, Mike Pence is on board. I think we have a real opportunity. I don't know how quickly, and I'm going to tell you my priorities in a minute because I think that's my last question. But I think but I would be more in favor of the fair tax than I would the.
Would that eliminate the IRS at some point?
Yes, we could do that with a fair tax. Absolutely. We have the second highest corporate tax rate in the industrialized world, 39%. It's ludicrous, in my opinion. So I'm going to introduce legislation to drop the corporate tax rate to 24%.
How do you feel about putting prayers back into public school? And if you feel strongly about doing that, how would you pursue to make sure that happens?
Well, we're not going to, first of all, I'd be much in favor of it. Because I think the day we kicked God out of school is the day we made a drastic mistake. That's my personal opinion. And I don't normally wear my religion on my sleeve, but, we're still a nation under God. And we have so taken separation of church and state out of context that's not even funny. And I could think of a lot worse things for our kids to be doing than starting every day with prayer. I don't believe our founding fathers intended for the government to win the war on poverty. If you go back in history, you would find that the government really worked hand in hand with religious organizations, churches, Salvation Army. Their role was to win the war on poverty, not the government.